President Donald Trump announced on Friday two new initiatives he plans to launch if reelected to the White House. These initiatives were inspired by Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who dropped his independent presidential bid and endorsed Trump. The first initiative is a presidential commission on assassination attempts, which will review and release remaining documents related to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s uncle. This commission will also investigate a recent assassination attempt, of course, on Donald Trump in Pennsylvania. Trump described a second initiative to Friday's crowd in Glendale, Arizona.
That's why today I'm repeating my pledge to establish a panel of top experts working with Bobby to investigate what is causing the decades-long increase in chronic health problems and childhood diseases.
Trump praised Kennedy's long-standing advocacy for environmental health and emphasized the importance of tackling these issues for the well-being of American children. Once again, let's talk with constitutional attorney KrisAnne Hall. KrisAnne, what's your reaction to Trump offering to support two RFK Jr. issues and getting to the bottom of the assassination of JFK, as well as in investigating why we have far greater chronic health problems and childhood diseases than other Western nations?
Our government is supposed to be open and transparent with information. The people are to be trusted with all sides of information so that we can come to the conclusions that we feel are right and true for ourselves. This is not a communist government. This is not a dictatorship. This is a constitutional republic, and the people have to be free and have to have access to all information to make decisions for themselves.
You know, KrisAnne, when Tim Walz first ran for Congress, he touted an award from the Nebraska Chamber of Commerce in 1993 that he actually never received. The president of the Nebraska Chamber of Commerce wrote a blistering letter in 2006 stating this: "You have not been the recipient of any award from the Nebraska Chamber of Commerce. We respectfully request that you remove any reference to our organization, as it could be considered an endorsement of your candidacy." Seems like we are hearing more and more falsehoods from Tim Walz. Does this appear to be a pattern, do you think?
Well, I suppose liars are going to lie, and sometimes, most of the time, liars don't even know how many lies they actually tell. So the real question is, why isn't he repenting, and will the American people hold him accountable for the lies that he tells? He is definitely showing us that in his fruit, in his actions, he's not to be trusted.
You know, Bill Maher spoke with Elon Musk, focusing on his concerns with what he calls the woke mind virus.
I think we need to be very cautious about anything that is anti-meritocratic and anything that is that results in the suppression of free speech. So, you know, those are two of the aspects of the woke mind virus that I think are very dangerous.
So, KrisAnne, Elon Musk says the woke mind virus is one of the most dangerous things we face in civilization. Do you see that as hyperbole or a real problem?
Not at all, because Elon Musk is dealing with two issues there. First is the suppression of free speech. Benjamin Franklin wrote in 1722 that if a person's going to overthrow liberty in a nation, it must begin first by the suppression of freedom of speech. The other is the propaganda, where people believe lies to be truth. Samuel Adams said, "No people will tamely surrender their liberties nor be easily subdued when knowledge is diffused and virtue is preserved." So when people are forced to believe lies, that is the most dangerous thing that can happen in America.
Very valid point. You know, ABC News called out Kamala Harris on Sunday for the latest ad that says she's tough on America's border crisis. Take a look.
There are at least 3 points in that ad that show the border wall, Donald Trump's border wall. Is it now the position of the Democrats that they favor the border wall?
So what does it say, KrisAnne, even if ABC News is calling Harris out for her hypocrisy on this issue?
What did we just say about propaganda and people being forced to believe lies to be true? I think what we're simply seeing here is a political game by the media, just trying to look like they're actually critical and not partisan. Remember, in the 2016 election, in the 2020 election, they actually reported favorably about Trump several times.
Good point. Yeah, Kamala Harris is back out on the campaign trail. Listen as she offers her definition of what collective bargaining is.
Let the collective come together. around a common experience, which at its core is about dignity and the dignity of labor.
That's right.
And then let the people come together to negotiate so you make the balance.
So, Chrisanne, would that definition of collective bargaining hold up in court?
No, not at all. Collective bargaining is simply the people, an organized group of employees collectively negotiating for benefits and wages. I don't know why she can't say that.
All right, Chrisanne, we're going to see you back here in a couple minutes.